Harlan's a strange name. Harlan. I don't know any Harlans. Hi everyone, I'm Brittany and welcome to Book Birdie. Today we're going to be talking about the new releases that are coming out in March that I'm super excited about, and you should be too. The first book is What Have We Done by Alex Finlay, and this one is interesting because it's about these three kids that meet in this abusive, parentless teen group home, and they become really good friends, and then they grow up and they kind of separate, and now someone is trying to kill them all, so they kind of reconvene and they are trying to figure out who is trying to kill them, why somebody wants them dead, so that seems interesting. Number 2 is one that I don't know if I'm actually super excited about, but I'm intrigued. It's The Kind Worth Saving by Peter Swanson. This one is the sequel to The Kind Worth Killing. Oh, it's on Kindle Unlimited? The Kind Worth Killing is on Kindle Unlimited if you were interested. I gave it 4 stars. It was pretty decent. I'm not really sure what's going to happen in the second book, but I'm going to read it to just continue, because I don't know if I was the biggest fan of Peter Swanson in the first place. Okay, so this one I'm really excited about. Book number 3 is called Wayward. First of all, look at the cover. I love the cover. Love birds. Love crows especially, or ravens. So already, I love the cover. And then on top of that, it has witches. So, well, it talks about witches. So I'm excited about that. So this one's about a girl who is in an abusive relationship in London, and so she flees and she ends up in this town and inherits a cottage from her great aunt Violet, which I also love that name. Violet, crows, witches, what could be better? So she's hanging out, she's chilling in this cottage, and then she finds out a secret about one of her ancestors who was accused of witchcraft. The blurb says, Wayward is a powerful novel that explores gender, control, and the enduring effects of male violence. It also pays homage to nature, female strength, and liberation. So, sign me up. Sign me up for that. I'm here for that. That's going to be the first one I read of it. Number 4 is Hello Beautiful by Ann Napolitano. The dust jacket on this one has a very vague explanation or description of the book. It's basically about a guy named William. He's a basketball player. He's a good basketball player. He gets a scholarship to go to this college that's far away from home. So he goes and he meets this girl and her 3 sisters. Okay, they all become friends. I think he falls in love with the girl. That's my assumption. It doesn't really say. And he has like this past that comes up and like ruins this girl's future, or like can ruin the girl's future if something comes out. I don't know. And there's like some betrayal, and the trust between the sisters is broken. I don't know what's going on in that book, but it does seem intriguing, and that one does have a lot of people talking about it. Number 5, I'm super excited about. It's called Stateless by Elizabeth Wine. The only unfortunate part about this book is it's young adult, and I don't normally like young adults, but I'm going to read this one anyways. This one is about a female pilot who is going to be in this European air race for young people. She's like getting ready for the race, and right now there's like a war in Spain, and the Nazis are kind of overtaking at this point. It says that some of the racers have violent pasts, and sabotage is going to be used to get ahead in this race, including by Miss Stella North herself, the woman in the race, and sometimes they might lead to murder. So this just sounds interesting. I'm really excited about the pilot aspect. I'm excited to read a book about a pilot that's written by a woman, and the only thing that's like holding me back is that it's young adult. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Okay, number 6, I'm super excited about for a number of reasons. It's called Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers, very long name, by Jessie Q. Sutanto. This one is awesome because it's about a woman who lives in her little apartment above her tea shop in Chinatown, San Francisco. Okay, I'm going to San Francisco in March, and we're going to Chinatown, so I'm like, wow, this is gonna be amazing. And the thing that sucks is it comes out March 14th, which is the day that we leave. So maybe I'm gonna have to stop at the bookshop in San Francisco and pick this up because I'm super excited. So Vera lives in her apartment above her tea shop, and one day she goes downstairs and there's a dead body. She finds a flash drive on the body, and apparently she's trying to solve this murder. She's trying to keep the people in her tea shop safe, etc., etc. And I think this one is definitely a cozy, I mean, as you can tell by the cover, it's going to be a cozy mystery for sure. I have not really enjoyed the cozy mysteries that I've read in the past, but I am still very fresh in that genre. Finlay Donovan is the prime example, and it's just not, that one is just not for me. I think that I typically like higher stake books, and that's just my jam. That's just what I want, you know? Number 7 is I Will Find You by Harlan Coben. I'm super intrigued by this one because it's about a man who is serving a life sentence because he killed his son. But then his ex-wife's sister brings a picture of his son, like in current time. And so the husband's like, or the ex-husband, the guy in jail, is like, well, he's obviously alive and needs to be saved. So the whole book is about this man escaping prison to save himself, or clear his name, and save his son. So that seems interesting. So number 8 is The Half-Burnt House by Alex North. I think this is going to be my final Alex North attempt. I don't think I'm a fan, but I haven't read enough to like write him off forever. So I think I'm going to try this one since it's a new release. Maybe he's learned a few things along the way. This one's about a woman named Katie who used to take care of her brother, and then something happened, like an attack of some sort, because she left her brother alone. And so now they don't talk. They're adults. They don't talk anymore. And a detective calls her and says, hey, there was this murder of this teacher, and we think your brother is the suspect, the prime suspect. So Katie now is trying to clear her brother's name and like rekindle their family times. I don't know. They don't talk because she did something. I don't know what she did. But that one seems interesting as well. I just don't know if Alex North's books are interesting enough. What was the last one I read? The last one I read was The Shadow Man. The Shadow Man? I literally just mixed 2 of his books together. The last one I read was The Shadows, and I gave it 3 stars. It was fine. And that's just typically what they are. And like, I don't want to spend all my time reading just fine books, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want you to either. So number 9 is The London Seance Society by Sarah Penner. This woman is like a master seance person, and she does these seances to talk to murder victims to figure out who the killer is. So already amazing. So she's super famous and sought after by detectives and widows and stuff. And her name is Vaudeline, which is amazing. And this girl named Lena wants answers for her sister's death. So apparently, I'm assuming she was murdered. So she goes to Vaudeline to try and get answers. And that sounds like a fun time to me. Number 10 is Evil Eye by Ataf Rum. It's about a woman who gets in a fight with a coworker because a coworker is being racist. She's Palestinian, and her mom is like, well, yeah, we were cursed a long time ago in our family, and so that's what's causing all this racism. And the daughter's like, no, Mom, there's no such thing as like being cursed. So as Yara's going through life, she's like wondering why she's having such like a hard time in life with this life that her mother would have loved. Like she's like living her mother's dream, it seems like. And so I've been really into that. So it says, it's a complicated mother-daughter drama that looks at the lasting effects of intergenerational trauma and what it takes to break the cycle of abuse. Ever since reading Jeanette McCurdy's book, I have been very intrigued by the mother-daughter abuse cycle. I was fortunate not to have that, so it's just insane to me how moms can be so jealous, I guess. Jealous, controlling, and basically molding like their daughter to be what they wanted to be. So I've been very into that. So I think Evil Eye will be a good one for me to read as well. I'm just intrigued, okay? Number 11 is The Mostly True Story of Tanner and Louise by Colleen Oakley. This one's an interesting one. I think it's going to be a little bit more of a cozy read as well, which I'm trying to get into. I just need to find the right ones. So Tanner is this girl who, she's 21 years old. She wants to just sit around and play video games all day. She doesn't want to do work. She doesn't want to do anything. She has no money though and no credit, and you have to live. So she's like, I need to get a job. I need to make some kind of money. So she finds a job as a live-in caregiver for an elderly lady. Her name is Louise, and Louise does not want a caregiver, but her daughter's making her. She like fell or slipped or something. So Tanner moves in, and they just ignore each other all the time. But then Tanner starts noticing some weird things about the house. So like Louise's garden is always locked up, and she kind of resembles this lady who is a jewel thief. Okay? And one day, Louise goes into the room of Tanner and with like her bags packed, and she's like, "We gotta go. We gotta leave." So they do, and that's what the story is about. And I'm kind of excited. An old lady jewel thief, a young girl who doesn't want to do anything but play video games. Just boom, dynamic, love it. Okay, number 12 is A House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher, and I'm so excited. I love houses in books. I like them to be not necessarily haunted, although I do like haunted house books as well, but I like the like labyrinthy houses where, you know, like House of Leaves, where the house is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside, or like there's hallways that appear or doorways that lead to nowhere. I like those types of labyrinthy houses. And I don't know if that's what this is going to be about, but I'm intrigued to find out, and I do love T. Kingfisher. So Sam Montgomery is coming to North Carolina to live with her mom for like an extended period of time, and when she gets there, she realizes the house is not the way it was when she left. Like, there's no like cutesy clutter that people normally have in their house, and there's all the walls are like painted just sterile white, and there's like teeth in the garden, like teeth. And so Sam is like, what is going on? Her mom is like terrified of everything. She's just like timid and hiding in the corner. So Sam's trying to figure out what the hell happened and why is this house being so freaky? What happened in this house? What happened to her mom? And is it the house's fault? I sure hope so. I would love that. And the last book on my list, number 13, is Lone Women by Victor Laval. And it's about a woman named Adelaide. Adelaide is fleeing from her hometown in California. She's leaving, but she's bringing this trunk, this locked trunk that she carries everywhere. She's bringing that with her. And she's fleeing because, I don't know, some sin that she did killed her parents. It doesn't go into detail. I have to read the book. So Adelaide is moving, and so she's trying to take advantage of this lone woman thing that the government's doing, where they'll give you this land for free, basically if you can take care of it or if you can cultivate it. So she's doing that, and the secret is it's going to be a lone woman, but she's not alone, apparently. What's in the trunk, Adelaide? What's in the trunk? I don't know, but I'm excited. Even though those come out at the very end. It's hard to like read new releases when some of them don't come out till the 28th. You want me to read four books come out the 28th of March. You want me to read 4 books? You know what else is funny? The Half Burnt House by Alex North is the only book that's not coming out on a Tuesday. Why has he got to be weird? It's coming out on a Thursday. He's like, I'm different. But he's not, is the problem. He's just not. That is my list of March new releases. Let me know down below if you have any others that you're excited to come out that I should take a look at, or if you've heard of any of these and you're also excited for them, because then we can read them together and talk about them. And I would love that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Look at my cat. She goes got surgery.